Hello, Osi and D'Amico. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about your footer block area number 2, which appears on your website on every page. This is what we're looking at right now. Your footer block area number 1 and number 3 are controlled by MCOM, but area number 2 is all yours. And this is where you can add information that you have on one of your facility and program pages. So I wanted to show you how to do this. Let's navigate over to one of your facility and program pages on the link. We'll go right there. And I want to show you where we can add one of the pages that you have under your special services that is kind of out of place. Everything on this page is really public facing, and so the information that you have on this page, I understand why you did it. It makes perfect sense to me and as a MWR staffer, but since it is a public facing page, it may not make sense to the public. They may not need the NAF benefits information and the Income Academy. So I think it may make more sense to our staff to be able to put that information down under My Community in this area here. So let's get this information off of this page and put the information down here. And this is a stack and a block, so I want to show you how to do that. All right, so I've taken these links and I've copied them onto the document that I'm sending you, which is that Word document. So to work with this area, it's called a stack and a block. I'm logged in and we'll go to the stacks and blocks area of the website. Let's navigate up to the top right tab, and this is the dashboard tab. So let's go there, click, and that snaps open the dashboard panel. So let's go to the stacks and blocks button. We'll click it. This is the link for stacks and blocks. This is going to be a lot of fun. It's nice to know how to work really deep in the system. That's what we'll be doing. Let's click the US tab or the US folder. Click, click. And let's scroll down until we find your folder. You have your very own folder here, way down deep in the system. Let's click, click, and we'll access some of your back-end functionality. All right, let's click footer block number 2 because that's your footer block. This is where some of your social links and some of that stuff is stored also. Good to know. But now we're working with footer block number 2. You can see that I've got one started for you already, the NAF benefits, which was the first one on your list. On that page, you had NAF benefits, the phone directory, My Pay, Office of Personnel Management, which is OPMs, a lot of good things there. So now we want to edit this area. All right, this is in the stack and block for footer block number 2. All right, so when we hover our mouse over the content block here, you can see that it turns green. So let's click inside the block and we'll click Edit Block. And D'Amico, this will look very familiar to you. And OC too, if you've been editing content on the website. All right, we'll put the cursor at the end of the line. You'll notice that we've already got this block started out as a bulleted list. In the stacks and blocks, as long as it's bulleted, that means that it will appear as a correct looking list in the footer area. So we'll click the enter button. I'm going to click a shift enter, or rather a shift return, and then type in the new phrase, which is going to be the JB. All right, this is your phone directory. All right, I'm just going to copy paste if you don't mind. All right, so it's coming in. I believe it's already holding the link because I just copied pasted it from your website before. It's coming in as a bold. I don't want it bold. You can keep it bold if you like. Let's go ahead and bullet that one. Oh, always something here. Silly thing. All right, there we go. All right, now let's make sure that that link held. All right, I'm going to highlight that line. I'm going to go ahead and come back over to the Word document that I copied. I'm going to copy the link. You know how to do this. Sure you do. All right, so we've got this highlighted. We'll go to the chain link tool, click, and yeah, I see that it's working. If it wasn't in there, if the link wasn't already there, then of course it wouldn't appear under the protocol URL, and you would just simply paste it in. All right, and so you can see it turns blue and it's added as a link. All right, so I'm going to hit shift return one more time, or you could just hit enter, and I'm going to add the word My Pay. Be careful when you're adding these names too, because when you had added your name here, you had added it as capital M, My Pay, and really the word for My Pay is lowercase, my uppercase pay. So we always want to do this the way it's supposed to be written. All right, so I'm going to copy. All right, I'm going to backspace highlight. All right, and I see that the link didn't come over. So I'm just going to add the link. Very good. All right. Terrific. Let's make that one a bullet too. Oh, this doggone thing. Depending on the sequence that you do it in, sometimes it'll bulletize and sometimes it won't. There we go. Hopefully that'll work. All right, let's go ahead and save this block and see if the spacing worked. All right, so now if we've saved the block, just like you would a regular content block, let's go ahead and click Publish Changes. This is where the true test happens. This is where you see if the spacing worked nicely, and if it didn't, then you'll have to go back and kind of tidy it up a little bit. All right, so it's looking pretty good from here. Let's go ahead and backspace over so we can get back to your home page. We'll go back, spacing over the URL until we get to your armymwr.com. Go back to your home page and scroll down to the bottom, and it looks pretty good. All right, so even though we added the bullets, we see that we don't see them here. So we know that we have a good list, and let's make sure that our MyPay, all right, looking good. All right, very nice. Okay, so we know that it works, and that's how you do it. Thanks for listening.